Hey everybody, this is Aaron again, and this is the second homework assignment in our computer science and programming class. Now, the professor, as he says, he wants us to draw the New Mexico flag, and he wants it to have a blue background for some reason, but then to draw the flag on top of that. So here's an image of the New Mexico flag. And so pretty much only difference between this image and our final copy should be like a blue background instead of this black background here. I've already created a new project, so I assume you know how to make our new project. I went ahead and I already copied in the program that I'm going to submit, and I'm going to pretty much just recode it here to kind of step by step go through it and kind of explain it to you guys. Now this one he wants us to use turtles in. So first thing we're going to need is to import it. Import turtle. Already off to a great start here. So this should import all the turtle functions. The next thing you're going to want to do is define some kind of screen. It doesn't really matter too much what you call it. I'm just going to call it screen. And this is going to equal turtle.screen. Man, me and my spelling today. So the next thing to do would be to make the screen blue, seeing as he wants the background to be blue. So that would be screen.bg color blue. So any code you put in here, it'll automatically recognize what color you want and just make the background that color. So if I play it now, you'll notice it popped up and disappeared instantly. You're going to want to have this code, which is turtle.exit onClick. I'm just going to add it to the last line here. And I'm just going to keep coding up here. So what this does is it makes it to where this box will stay here till you click. Pretty self-explanatory. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a turtle. So I'm going to call mine Aaron because that's me. And we're going to call it, and we're going to make it equal to a turtle. Oops. Aaron is equal to turtle.turtle. This assigns Aaron to be a turtle. So if I play it again, you'll see that my turtle is in the center. First, I want to teach you a little bit about the turtle. The main functions that we're going to be utilizing is left, right, forward, pin size, color, and pin up and pin down. Let me run through these real quick. So if I go ahead and run this, you'll notice I have the turtle in the center here. And if I want to move it forward, I would do Aaron.forward and by the amount that you want. So let's say 250. You can get a kind of good scale. So this is 250 right here. So I'm guessing maybe another 150 would get us to the edge. So that kind of means it's a 400 by 400 square, roughly. I don't know, just kind of estimating. So now if I wanted to turn it left, I would do 90, and I can make it go forward again. So this turns it 90 degrees left, and then makes it go forward again. And then of course we have right, so I'm going to do right 45, forward again. Oop, turned right by 45 degrees, and then went forward 50. And here's kind of the next one. We can do pin up, which means it's going to lift up the pin. And what this allows is for you to move the character around without actually drawing. So I'm going to go ahead and go forward about another 250 again. So you'll notice he comes back over here, and then I can do Aaron.pin down, Aaron.forward 50, and he should draw another line here. the next two things are pretty cool. We can change the color of it, so we could do, say, red. And then, let's say, pin down. Or no, we already have pin down, so let's just go forward another 100. So now it's red. And then we could say Aaron.pin size equals, let's see, I don't know, 10. Then we go forward another 100, how about? So these are all the different functions you can use within this. Pin size 1000 is going to look really gross. Oh, pin size 100, I meant. You can get pretty nice coloring if you wanted to do bigger pin sizes. But anyways, so on to the actual program. So the first thing I would like to do is get the flag there, the background of the flag. So I'm gonna set my color to yellow, since that's the color of our flag. Let's see if I can get this first try. So here's our flag. So I'm going to do Aaron.pin up. So that means I'm lifting the pin up, and so it won't draw. I'm going to do Aaron.forward 1000. I just know these numbers from a kind of trial and error. But this is basically going to push it way off to the right of the screen, way over here. I'm going to go ahead and set its pin size to 500. In fact, I'm going to put it next to the yellow just for a little organization. And then I'm going to have it turn around 180 all the way around, and then go forward. I'm going to go across the whole screen, and this should create this giant like yellow line throughout the whole thing. We did something wrong. Pin down. We forgot to pin down. So we turned all the way around, and then we pinned down. This will probably all make a little bit more sense later once we actually go through the actual pin drawing of it. But basically, I just made the marker like really, really big and had it draw straight across the screen. I'm going to go ahead and do pin up, and I'm going to return the turtle back to the center of the screen. So that would be forward, let's see, 1000. So now, if I make it black, or I guess let's do red, since that's the color of our circle here. I'll go ahead and just make it red. Yep. So it should come back to the center and turn red. Yep, there it is. Now I always think it's really good to comment your stuff. So this whole first section is making the background of the flag. So now I'm going to make the circle. Draw the circle. So let's see. So I made the circle about a radius of 50. Again, y'all can do what you guys want. This is just an example. So first, I'm going to turn it, or I'm going to go forward. Forward 50. Should bring it up to a little bit forward here. Up to here. And then I'm going to have it draw a circle here. And left 90. And circle 50, I believe it was. Oop, forgot to make it pin down. Oh. I also forgot to change the pin size. Pin size, I did it at like 10. Let's see. I did my pin size at 12. And there we go. Have a nice clean circle in the center. Now I'm gonna go ahead and return the turtle back to the center. So I'm gonna do Aaron.pin up, Aaron.left 90, Aaron dot forward 50, Aaron dot right 180. That should make it right back in the center. So now here comes, I guess, the more tricky part, and that's creating all these doodads. I'm going to start with doing this leftmost column. So he wants the max distance to be, what is it? This total distance to be 3 times the radius. So if our radius is 50, we're going to move 150 down. Or move to left most vertical. So let's do Aaron dot right. So right now I've set it to where it's facing this direction, so I'm gonna have it face downward and then move over to here. So Aaron dot right 90, Aaron dot forward. And now, so again, this would normally be 150, but I'm gonna make it a little shorter. So instead of 150, I'm going to do 125. And then I'm going to go right 90, and then forward again about 40. So here's what I did. I went down 125 and left 40. And so when you think about this, this whole section is going to be 80 because it's 40 here and 40 here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this down. So 80 total separation, and so that means each section here should be split into 3. And I calculated this, and it's like 26.6. And so what I did was I'm gonna do 26 for 26 is distance between the left 2 columns and the right 2 columns, and then the center 2 columns is going to be split by 28. Center split. So if you add that up, 28 plus 26 plus 26, you should get 80, and then that's your full length here. So knowing this, so I went over 40, and I'm going to go up all the way to here. So that should be a total of, let's see, it'd be a total of 300 minus 25 each, so minus 50. Should be a total of 250. Alright, so now I'm going to draw this leftmost vertical. I'm going to do Aaron dot pin down, Aaron dot forward 95, Aaron dot pin up. Now at this point, it should be right on the edge of the circle. Ooh, mess up here. I forgot to do Aaron dot right 90. It's always good to like check as you go. Since this part doesn't really take too long. So I went up 95 here. And I happen to know that it's 30 to the center, so I'm going to have to go 60 total to get to the other side. Aaron dot forward 60. Aaron dot pin down. Aaron dot forward 95 again. Should create us a nice little, well, it'll get our first vertical done. And then now we just gotta make the other ones. So we're gonna do second left prepare, and we need, first of all, Aaron dot pin up. Then we'll do Aaron dot forward 25. If you remember, I made it 125, so to get to the max 150, I need to go up 25 more. So 25. This is up 125, so that's 250. Anyways, and then we're gonna go Aaron dot right 90, and I already marked out our separation. So between this one and the next one, it's 26. Aaron dot forward 26. and right, and there we go. So now we just do pretty much the exact same thing here, except for we're going down 300. So this is going to be, let's see, second left, vertical, and for this one they all happen to be 100. Ooh. Oh geez. Alright, I made a little mistake up here. I had 2 rights here. So one of these needs to go away. So now, when I draw it out, should get a circle, and then vertical line, move up here, other vertical line. So now it's just doing the opposite. Pretty much going backwards in our steps. So let's see. Prepare for second right. So second from the right is what I mean. So I do Aaron dot left 90, and I said the separation here was going to be 28. So Aaron dot forward 28, Aaron dot left 90, and we're going to do the exact same thing here. Second right. Verticals, this is up 300. And there we go. And then we're gonna go do the same thing we did here. So we went up and then right. So now we're gonna go right and down. And they're both 20, one of them's 26 right and 25 down. So this is prepare right. So this is Aaron dot right 90, Aaron dot forward 26, Aaron dot right 90, Aaron dot forward 25. So this is 25 down, 26 right. And then again, we're going to do the same thing as this leftmost one. Oops. Right draw. Forward 95, 60, 95. Okay. Should get our first section here. And now I'm going to be pretty honest. It gets pretty easy from here, because if you notice, this whole shape is the exact same as this whole shape. So we're going to find a shortcut for that, and I'll show you that in a second. But first, we need to get our cursor to go back to the center. So it started facing, was it right? So after I drew the whole yellow background, it came up to here, and then we had it turn right and go down here. So we're going to have it from here, turn left, and go back up. So I'm actually going to copy this code again. Return to center. So we need to turn right, go forward 40, turn right, and then go up 125. And then last but not least, we're going to have it turn right 90 again, just so that it's facing right here. So then yeah, so this is exactly where it started. So here's the cool thing. You can make this entire thing a function. Let's see, all the way from move to the leftmost vertical, here. We're going to call this draw outside lines. So what this means is if I call draw outside lines, it's going to do all of this up until where this indent is. So I'm going to go ahead and call it right away. Draw outside lines. The reason I'm calling it now is because technically that script doesn't run unless you call it. Because right now it'll just draw the circle and be done. So now if I call the draw outside lines, it goes back to the center. And so here's the cool part. I can just say Aaron.left 90, and then we're going to draw the outside lines again. And watch this. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. This has been Aaron's tutorial, and I hope you learned a little bit of something from this. As always, the code will be in the Dropbox. Please don't copy it because it's really easy to tell if you are copying someone else's code. Just try it out for yourself. Use mine as a reference. Do whatever you need. But hopefully this helped a lot of you out there.